Pro Bowls, 2006, I do believe, Offensive Rookie of the Year, national champion, winning a ring with Texas in 2006. Vince Young, it's so good to see you.
Yes, ma'am. How you doing, boss lady? I see you
I,
kicking butt all over TV and everywhere.
I see you kicking butt all over. You're going to bring Texas to a title, huh?
Not me. I mean, I wish. I want to play.
Not
Because
by playing,
when
but
I
I
go
feel
back,
like, yeah, I feel like
when
you're
I go back to
impacting
the
this team.
facility and see all the new stuff that they have over there, I'll be like, can I sign over again?
What do they have that you like? What's going on over there?
Just the facility. I mean, everything. I mean, everything they're doing, how they recruit. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Even with the basketball team, volleyball team, everything about that campus is so beautiful. I mean, if I was a young man, young lady, I'd be like, where do I sign?
But you have been close to the team. You still are. The past 4 years, you're a special assistant in their athletic department. You work close with my favorite NCAA coach, Coach Sark, and it's like a cultural thing you're taking on and helping, right? Like you're dealing with players one-on-one, I'm sure, on the football field and beyond. What's the most rewarding part of that?
Well, just being around the guys and seeing they growing and having fun, and kind of like just being there as a one of the guys that went through the same thing they went through. So I definitely understand what they're going through. It's a little bit different with the NIL and all the stuff that they have going on, but at the same time, being one of those guys that walk that campus and know how big it is to play football at the University of Texas, I understand. So it's fun just to be there, for them guys to talk to, laugh with, all of the above, anything they may need. I just want to make sure I be there for them.
Who is your Vince Young? Who'd
Who?
you have like that in your corner that you could go to
Oh man,
one-on-one best advice? Who's that?
rest in peace, Steve McNair. That's my guy. I went to his football camp in high school and had an opportunity to meet him. He pulled up in a black Navigator, and we was like, "Who is this with his tent?" And like, it's really nice. And then the window goes down real slow. Then it's Steve McNair, and we all just go crazy. Like, just a big fan because I'm from Houston. I watched him get picked up for the Oilers and things like that, and to have an opportunity to go to his camp and then meet him, I thought it was pretty cool.
I love that, and I should have known that, of course. I love that you're joining me ahead of this huge, huge game. Maybe the most anticipated game of the weekend. It is, right? Maybe the entire college football season. Number one, Texas. Congrats on that. Up against number three, Ohio State. Now, the last time the Longhorns played in Columbus, you were the quarterback, Vince. So what do you remember from this game-winning drive?
Wow, a hostile environment. AJ Hawk, please block this guy. But it was a great game. I think they had never lost a night game ever. I don't even know why they had us playing them in the night game, but it was just a lot of stars on that team from both sides of the ball. And I know that if we was to go into there and win that game, like Coach Brown always said, that's who's going to go to the national championship, because both teams had a really good team, great coaching staff, great tradition, a lot of history. And, it came down to one play. Like Coach said, whoever get the last stop, that's who will win the game. And then that happened. Lima Swede caught a good touchdown in the back of the end zone. And
You
then the
threw
rest
a
is
good
history.
touchdown.
Well, I just kind of just put it in the area for Big Lima Swede. So, he was one of those players that we had to stay on for a long time until he came out his cup. So we was happy to see him score that touchdown. But it was just a great play and great throw, like you said, at that type of moment.
There was two. We can't show the footage because of whatever rules. But it was 2:37 on the clock. It was close, clutch, 24-yard touchdown to Swede. That puts you up, I think, 23-22, and then you win the game after a safety. It was such an iconic performance. In the moment, did you know that?
No, not really. When you playing a game, you just want to do your job. And that's what I do. One of the things that my teammates know, that I was going to be consistent. They can believe in me. They can count on me, and vice versa. When I'm playing with my teammates, that's what I try to bring out of them. Like, hey, you made a mistake. I made a mistake. We all going to make mistakes. But at the end of the day, let's play together, have fun, and win a ball game. And that's what we did.
If we're looking at this matchup now, Ohio State, Texas, there's been a lot of turnover on both sides, as I understand. A lot of ups and downs, a lot of change. Both squads are only returning 9 starters apiece. What is Texas's biggest advantage in this one?
Well, I can say they defense. Texas defense is going to be really good. They got a lot of great players. We got some guys in the transfer portal as well. So yes, we lost a couple guys, but we also gained some more talent as well. And we always have talent, and not in just at the first string, second and third string guys are really good. So I really feel like our defense is going to be a major factor for us. And then if we run the ball, and then we got a guy named Arch Manny that's excited to play right now because he's been sitting there waiting. I've been on the sideline watching him. Sometimes I look like he was going to like just push Quinn to the side, like I got it. That's how much he wanted to play. So I'm excited to see him play this year.
I mean, he's a lot's being put on Arch right now, going into his first year as the starter there. Texas with the #1 ranking. They're the favorites to win it all. He's the Heisman favorite. He's expected to be the #1 overall pick if he declares. Yeah, I like an undersell, oversell situation. I don't love all the hype. I don't love that. From what you're seeing and from what you lived, you're the perfect person to ask this. Are these expectations reasonable, and how's he handling them?
Well, I mean, it comes with it, playing a quarterback at the University of Texas. You're going to get those things. You're going to get all the accolades. You're going to get all the publicity and all of the above. But in the same time, you don't really feed into that. You kind of just focus on what you can focus on. And that's what he's doing. He's a very humble kid. He's funny. He dances. He enjoys life. His teammates loves him. The student section, the school loves him. I mean, I really feel like he's one of those kids that he's been in some situations, if you know what I mean, from his uncles, the Mannies, and then his dad as well. So, for being around that all his life and seeing how the way they carry themselves, he's doing the same way with his own swag. And I like it, man. And I'm really proud of the young man because of the fact that he's taking charge. He knows what to do. And I really feel like I believe in him. I know his teammates and coaching staff as well, and the whole entire Texas fan base does. So everyone is looking forward to it. Even the ups or downs that he's going to have, we're gonna be all there with him to support him.
What do you think he should do? Should he enter the draft early?
I think he should do what he wants. That's what I can say. I mean, that's a good kid. That's a young man, does it all right. I really feel like he has the best guys, some mentors, and people who give him advice for that. I'm going to stay out of that. I'm just going to be that guy on the sideline, punch him in the chest, loving him, squeezing him, and telling him I love him, and go out there and have fun and kick some butt. That's what I'm going to be doing
What sets him apart?
On the low.
My producer want me to ask you who you could compare him to, but you just said it. He's unique. He does his own thing. I like that. Yeah. That's what you sort of harped on there. What is the thing that sets him apart? We know he plays a bit of a different style of football, especially from his uncles. He's athletic. He's mobile. What sets him apart where you're like, that's his defining quality?
I like that he has his own swag. He has that it. When he walks into the room, everybody knows. You knows who he is. I love that about him because he's not one of those guys. It's kind of similar to me, not big-headed. He is just so humble that he's to the point like he doesn't pay attention to that. He pays attention to just having fun with his teammates, being goofy, dancing. I mean, I was throwing the ball the other day on the football field, and he came out there like, "Oh man, can you still throw it?" I was like, "Well, you better watch your mouth, man." So that type of thing to me, when you have that in your character, it's not too big for you. I love that he has his own swag, man. And a lot of kids don't have that. A lot of kids probably get shy about the moment or can't handle the moment, but he's taking it all in and he's using what he's supposed to do, is use his teammates and his playing to let that answer all the questions for everybody else. So I really feel like that it factor is really good for him.
Vince, can you still throw it?
Yeah, you want to find out?
Yeah, I do. Yes.
I saw you catching a couple balls.
Invite me down to a game or a practice.
Well, I'll be in LA in a minute, so I'm gonna come over there and throw the ball with you.
Okay, we'll go to the beach, throw the ball around. I'd love that.
Get a sand workout.
Yes, I would like to listen. I would love that. In honor, listen, Cam Ward, obviously, we're talking quarterbacks here. He's getting his first start. He's making his Titans debut in just a matter of days. Will you take me back to your first touchdown of your NFL career? Oh. Let's take a look. This one we have, I believe.
Wow. Against the San Diego Chargers.
Walk me through
Drew
this.
Bennett, baby. Drew Bennett, baby, my guy. Yeah, it feels good, man. To get that out the way, because you definitely got it in your mind when I'm going to get my touchdown in, and to finally get it, to say that I can make a pass and a touchdown pass in the NFL, which is not easy because you got so much talent out there. Just to get that off your belt, that's one of the good things about the NFL. So I know Ward is out there doing what he's supposed to do, preparing himself to play. I mean, he a Texas boy, so he did what he's supposed to do to get to that position. And the things that I'm hearing, that he works his butt off, and you can't coach that. When you got a kid that wants it and going out there to earn the respect of the veterans and the coaching and the organization, that's big. You don't have to wait on it. He already has it. So I'm good. I'm happy to hear that for the whole Titans organization.
I have no questions about him. There are some questions about what's surrounding him, right? Pieces, the organization, whatever. Do you feel like he's in a good place?
Yeah, I feel like he is. I mean, Titans, if you know Titans in football, they don't want all the big hoopla guys anyway. They like the guys that's the underdogs, which I had when I played there. Guys that's going to come out there and play football and do what they're supposed to do. You don't have to tell them what to do. They want it anyway. So to have guys like Kenny Britt when I was there, Chris Johnson, man, Lindell White, Keith Bullock, I mean, Albert Hainsworth, $100 million man. To have these guys there.
Vince, how can he be an underdog? This is the #1 overall draft pick.
I'm talking, you asked about what's around him. That's what I mean. That's what's going to make him better, because he have guys that's not a #1 draft pick, not the top players that's coming out in the draft. He has guys that's around him that are hungry, that want to play, that want to earn their stripes in the NFL. So when you have those type of hungry people around you, it makes your job easier as a quarterback, because of the fact everybody's focused on me, but you didn't focus on this guy over here, my wideout, or this DB, these type of things. So when you have that, you can go on and float underneath the radar. You play even better when you got guys like that.
He's got a really tough week 1. He's got to make his first start against these Broncos. #1 defense likely, right? The defensive player of the year, Pat Surtain, lockdown corner. When I watch this game, what will be success? Like, he's to get out of that game, and like, what's the one thing where it's like, okay, we're on the right track. Good debut.
Yeah, just the main thing is just getting guys out the huddle on time. Getting the snap right, calling the right formation, make sure you don't get no delayed game. Don't make sure you get an outside penalty, things like that, false starts. That's the main thing. And then after that, once you get hit one time, once you get tackled, now you're like, okay, I can play this game. After you make your first completion, like, a lot of people feed into it a little bit too much because you are a young guy, but in the same time, like, after you just start playing, doing what you know that you're good at, the game comes easy to you. And then if you prepare yourself with your great coaching staff, offensive coordinator, I really feel like, this kid already has tremendous confidence in himself. So once he gets started, like I said, get that tackle in, I think you're going to see why the Titans drafted him.
Love that. When I went down to Austin, I really liked Coach Sark. Like, I get why he's this head coach. He just.
And did you go by the VY Steakhouse when you was in town?
You didn't tell me to. No, I went to some like a best damn burger place. No, not a damn something burger place. It was good. Yeah. It was good. That was like, it was like $90, but it was good. No, I'll have to go next. I want to come to a game. I don't know. Which game should I come to?
I think the Vanderbilt game is going to be really good.
Okay.
A lot of people sleeping on that game, but again, Diego Pelvi is a really good quarterback, so we got to watch him a little bit.
Okay, I'll grab Jay Cutler. We'll take a drive down there, and we'll go to that game.
Jay, I haven't seen him in a while.
That'll be fun. Great. Okay, so when I was down there, I was like, okay, now I'm a Texas fan. I get it. I like the culture. I like everything that's going on there. And then I loved Matthew Golden in the draft process. I loved the story, the moment, being in Green Bay, hearing his name. And then I've talked to him quite a bit here and how he's fitting in. Of course, he's just ready. And that's Sark, I think, right? Like, he is that guy, and he's ready to go. Beyond the talent, like, what is the secret, if you can share, with like how Sark gets these guys so NFL ready?
Well, Coach has been through the ups and downs. And when you know his story, he went through his own adversity. So when the players get over there to see that he's just a human being, just like him, just like the rest of us, it makes you want to play better. You buy into what he's teaching, what he's feeding you. He's getting you NFL ready. He's calling outstanding plays for you to, make adjustments when you see certain coverages. So he's preparing you for the pros, on the college level. So the things that Golden did, when I saw him at U of H when we played him the year before, I was like, man. And then I heard that he was transferred. I'm like, man, we need to go get that guy. So when we had the opportunity to go get him, it was a blessing to see him on the football field, man, because he was a game changer. When I mean made plays, could nobody
Yeah.
hold him. He took all it in as a young man, and he made the best of it. And I'm really happy to see him in Green Bay, where he's going to definitely shine, because that's a organization that really cares about people, and they really care about you as a player as well.
Are you telling me that you're the reason Golden was at Texas?
No, I wasn't the reason, but when I heard that he was in the transfer portal, I did say some things to some friends.
Okay.
We better go get this young man.
That's huge, and he does that. And I think he should be named and will be named, and it'll be obvious that he's the wide receiver one out there in Green Bay.
Yes.
They don't like to do that,
Yeah.
but I think he's the one. I mean, they better give him the ball every
Well,
drive.
he earned it.
He
He earned it. He earned it. He definitely earned it.
They're trying to keep him a secret. I think it's funny because I don't think he needs to be kept under wraps, but they're like, he's good, but they're doing that like rookie keep him a secret thing, but it won't be a secret.
Yeah.
I don't think much after
That's a good
one.
thing. That's the underdog part. Like, Cobbs was one of those guys that was underneath the radar.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he got that chemistry down with A-Rod, and the rest was history after that.
It's very true. Now you accomplish a lot in your NFL career. Watching the highlights, all of it's so fun. 2 Pro Bowls, Rookie of the Year, 31-19 record as a starter. But I've heard you say, I mean, you've been honest, vulnerable, vocal about how the NFL was not a fun, like an enjoyable experience for you, right? That football somehow stopped being fun in that way. Do you think, Vince, that it would have been different if you came into the league during this era of the NFL? Coaches tailoring offenses around quarterbacks instead of forcing them to fit their system. Like, would it have been better for you now?
Well, I really feel like my story and my when everything happened to me, it happened. I can't go back and change anything about that. This era is awesome. I can honestly say that. To hear a lot of the young quarterbacks, always mention my name and said, man, I just remember Vince Young, in the national championship game and the things that he did in the short career he had in the NFL. And a lot of people said I was a little bit too early for my time, but, everything happened for a reason. I'm not saying that I want to take anything back. Everything happened, but to see guys how they are developing the game into a whole nother level, out there using their legs and extending the plays and seeing Lamar Jackson, my guy, MVP, and seeing Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. It's just fun to watch, when you watch an NFL game. Guys are making plays off schedule. And that's sometimes that it's going to happen like that because the offensive line and things like that breaks down sometime in that pocket. And what can you do to extend that play or make a big play? And a lot of these guys at that quarterback position is doing that with their legs and extending the play. And I'd love to see that. So I want to continue to see that, not only just on the NFL level, I want to continue to see it in the high school levels, middle school level, little league. I'd even see it in the little league there as well. I just want to continue to see that, that progress, that guys can throw the ball from the pocket and as well as move around and throw the ball as well. So it's fun to watch.
Yeah. I went to Mizzou, and my like my top producer on the show
Mizzou?
also went to Mizzou. Yeah. So I think we talk about this a lot. Where like, man, and I love it is evolution, and you were part of that. Like you
Brad
sort
Smith,
of
yeah.
You were part of that, like sort of setting the tone for what it is now. You mentioned Mahomes, Lamar, Bo Nix last year, like coaches evolving, the NFL evolving, and embracing those traits and those like amazing superpowers and sort of being better and supporting the quarterback. I wish that you and Brad had that. Like, I feel like we were robbed of you and Brad just taking over the league if that had been the case back then.
Oh, yeah. A lot of them things did happen, but, I really feel like we did our job. We did what we were supposed to do. We opened up doors for the next quarterback out there, the next young man. So, Mike Vick did it for me. Steve McNair done it for me. Donovan McNabb, Randall Cunningham. A lot of these quarterbacks opened up the door for me, and I wanted to do the same thing when I was my time to do it. And just to see that, it's good to watch. Even seeing Melrose down there in Seattle.
Yeah.
He was one of the quarterbacks that was scrutinized a lot. But to see that what he can bring to the table, it's all about winning. That's what it's about, trying to get to that Super Bowl. And when you have talent like that at that position that touches the ball 99% of the time and then also can pick it, read plays and pick guys apart, it makes it tough for a defensive coordinator. So I know they're back right now. They're like itching their head, like, what I'm finna do this year to stop this young man. And, they still trying to figure out Patrick Mahomes right now.
No, you're wrong. We're taking a short TV break here, still hanging out with Vince Young. You're wrong about that. People are sleeping on Patrick Mahomes, Vince. People think he's done. People think the dynasty is over.
I'm not sleeping.
Is that your pick? Give me
Don't you see my eyes wide awoke right now?
Can I have who's going to the Super Bowl if you had to guess right now?
Who's going to the Super Bowl? Well, out the AFC, it's going to be between Lamar, Patrick, and Josh. And you gotta give respect to Joe Burrow. It's going to be, them guys are going at it. I can't pick one. If you can pick one, I'll pick myself. I would come out of retirement, get me some of that too. You know what I mean?
I feel like all the picks I see, no one's picking Mahomes. Who do you like out of the NFC?
NFC. Right now, you can't. You got to look at Detroit. They're a game away, and that city needs it. So they're not only playing for themselves, they playing for a whole entire city, for all the stuff that goes on, not just from the sports world, from the economy part of it. It makes you play harder. Kind of when Drew Brees and them won the Super Bowl for New Orleans with the Katrina, they wasn't just playing for New Orleans football team. They was playing for a whole city. And you can feel that energy out of Detroit right now because of the fact what's going on and haven't won a championship in a long time or never did. So you can feel that energy. So I'll say Detroit is going to always be over there. And then I can't never sleep on the 49ers. Those guys are always – Coach Shanahan, that's my guy. He's a UT guy. So he always got some stuff up his sleeve.
Drew Brees was on the show yesterday, and he actually said – he said Detroit and Buffalo remind him of – that year that he won, of course, and gave so much hope, and it was so much bigger than him. So I'd be down for a Lions-Bills Super Bowl would be unfreaking believable. Though the heartbreak on the side of the loser there, I don't know that I could take. Okay, last one for you. Texas defeats Ohio State if what?
If we win the red zone. We had a really bad red zone last year, so if we take care of the ball, don't turn the ball over, and depend on our defense, and when we get in the red zone and score, I think we'll come back to Austin with a nice little celebration.
Okay, we love seeing it. Good luck to you this weekend, this season, and I'll see you in Manhattan Beach.
Yes, don't forget about your workout, 7 a.m.
Is it barefoot? Do you wear shoes for that? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, you got to get the little fingery. What's the shoes called? I forget the name of them. They like socks, but shoes.
Yes, and maybe you should bring Mac Brown because you have a podcast with him, The Stampede. Everybody go listen. It's available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. We appreciate you.
Happy birthday, Mac Brown, Mac Daddy. He just had a birthday yesterday.
Happy birthday, Mac Daddy. See you later.